Welcome back to Drunk Wax Era. All right, today we've got a PSA reveal. I sent 5 cards. You could guess who they were. Shaq, who were they? Yes is not an answer. It was 5 Shaq rookie cards. So I sent 5 Topps Shaq rookie cards, 3 base, 2 gold. Uh, I already opened the box. You guys know I don't like to wait a long time for the reveal. But before I forget, like and subscribe. And please, please, please drink and wax responsibly. Drinking while waxing can lead to, poor decisions based on, you know, maybe you think you should grade something and the centering's off. Also, it can lead to dinged corners, scratched surfaces, and damaged edges. So be careful. The drink of the day is this Death Save Hazy Pale Ale by Mad Cat Brew Company. It's worth a try if you like IPAs. So without further ado, we'll move the opened box out of the way. I'm going to take a drink. A responsible drink. And we'll get right into it. And then whenever I get stuck on something, I'm just going to say like and subscribe, like and subscribe, like and subscribe. And maybe kind of use some subliminal messages to get everyone to like and subscribe. All right, so we got the first one. So we've got a 9. Not quite sure what's wrong with this, except for that it has nasty little fuzzies from the shipping. But thanks a lot, PSA. This is a freaking sharp, like very, very sharp card. Like, this is a hell of a time to raise your standards. I think they got fuzzies in there from something. Definitely weren't on the card when I sent it. Centering looks good on the back. And it's the best freaking 9 I've ever seen. Pardon my French. I know freaking's not a swear word, but just in case someone wants to watch this with their kid, I apologize. My son tells me that I'm swearing when I say frickin', so pardon the glare. Thank you, Shaq. No one needed to be flashed there. Hope everyone likes USA Shaq. He joined the party. He's a little dusty. Forgive him. He hasn't been using lotion. Alright, again. If they didn't pack this in a freaking bale of straw, it would be a lot nicer. I didn't clean them up because I didn't want to cheat and look at all my grades, but and this one sure looks like a sharp corner to me. Sharp corner. Sharp corner, sharp corner. Centering maybe is a little heavy on the bottom. Yeah, it's a little heavy on the right. A little heavy. But it's a mint. With my guess, PSA probably heard that I said I liked HGA better in there. They're like, pretty sure that guy has some Shaqs. We can go ahead and give him 9s. Is that first one? There's nothing wrong with that. You gotta be freaking out of your mind to mark that a 9. Here we go. Here's another one. Really nice centering for that year. And it's a 9. Again, sharp corners. So, I'll tell everyone a little secret. So if you saw my Shaq HGA reveal, which I hope you did. If you didn't, go watch it because, all right, it's not amazing. I'm not going to lie to you guys. It was my first video, and it's a bit rough. I'd like to think that my candid humor came out, but it's nothing special. But anyway, you'll see that I had, this year Shaq in a 9 HGA, which is a very tough grade. These were all 3 nicer than that card. Which means Thank you, inconsistency. I bet you if we send this in with PSA's new AI, they'll grade it better, which is kind of rough that a very picky AI would grade these cards better, but I mean, you and I can all see that it looks really good. Here's the Topps Gold, a 9. Go figure. Corners, pretty sharp. And by pretty sharp, I mean there's not much unsharp about it. So, I just real quick, for everybody's knowledge, there are a lot of Shaq Topps Gold with a mark over here, like right there, dead center of the white border. And it's a print mark. It was a defect from manufacturing because they're identical. It almost looks like someone drew on it with like a ballpoint pen. I know that they don't grade it too tough, but just, watch yourself, prepare, and be aware that that's a thing. So you might see something that's super, super well centered, and that's on there. The thing is, it doesn't knock it down a whole lot on grading. However, it's kind of an eyesore. I'd rather have a slightly off center than that. And I don't know what the hell's wrong with this card. Look at this surface. There's not a mark on it. You guys saw the sharp corners. Maybe the border's heavy on the bottom. Maybe. Is it the difference between a 9 and a 10? I don't think so. Maybe they don't know what gem mint is. Let's look at the back. Look at the surface on the back, because you can tell the centering's near perfect. It's definitely better than 60/40, which is their lower tier. All right, and the last thing, we'll make sure that the gold is where it's supposed to be, and it is. So, I guess the thing that would piss most people off about PSA is I've seen 10s way uglier than this. Way uglier than this. You know what the difference is, too? Thousands of dollars. As someone that doesn't realize that PSA is super inconsistent might buy the 10 that is a worse card instead of this 9. But I bet you if you cracked both out, this would probably get a 10 or a better grade with the AI system, and the other one wouldn't. It would get a lower grade. That's the problem with having humans grade. It's the problem with humans in general. You look no further than umpires in baseball. So we all know that we've got a system on television that can call balls and strikes perfectly, and yet we stick with umpires calling balls and strikes. Why? I don't know. Some people just like the fact that there's error, and I get it. Sometimes having error makes it more human, but when it comes to grading cards, it should not be that inconsistent, and it shouldn't be up to one human being over another when, I'm sorry, it does not take a super into grading person to realize that card and that card and that card are near perfect. That's a little bit heavy on the bottom, but I mean, this is driving me to I've almost finished my death save. I didn't realize it was going to be this rough, PSA, but you did it. I should have made a tagline: drink and grade responsibly. All right, and here's the last one. Now this one I did not think was as nice as the first one. This one I think makes sense that it's a 9 because it is heavier on the bottom and a little bit on the right. Check the corners though. Corners are tight, like super tight. Surface, again, perfect surface. I think it's got a little fuzzy there on the top. Yep, it's that freaking bale of straw that they packed it in. I'm just kidding. It's not a bale of straw. There is something going on there. I think it's the cardboard, but so you guys tell me. I don't know. I think this one, if you look at it, it's heavy on the bottom. That makes sense, right? Makes sense that that's a 9. I think this one's heavy on the bottom. Makes sense that it's a 9. Again, if you heavily factor in centering, which is still probably better than 60/40, which should be a 10 based on what their standards typically are. But now, if you look at this one, that may seem even, a little bit heavy on the bottom. That's pretty solid. As we do this little recap. Now this, again, if it was a 10, it's an $800-900 card. Tell me what's wrong with this. I mean, I'm not saying I'm some kind of grading genius, but let's be real. There is nothing wrong with this card. Except for probably someone that's worked at PSA for 3 months, graded it, and doesn't know what the hell they're doing. I mean, this has nice color. It has everything. It really does. I mean, even the color pops. So, I don't know. Leave in the comments right after you like and subscribe what you think was wrong with second to the last one, so the last base. And then let me know what you think was wrong with this gold one. Because I'll tell you what, I would pay more for this than most of the 10s out there as a collector. And I'm not just saying that because I very well may sell one of these. I'm saying that because it's legit a better card. And if PSA goes down the path of, hey, we're going to AI, and then they do what they should do and buy back some of these ones that are very junkily graded, crack them and regrade them themselves, I think, those cards will stand the test of time. The ones that are actually good cards, and the ones that were accidentally graded like garbage will go away. But quick reminder, if you are buying a card, graded or not, look at the stuff that you can see online. I hate it when people just take one picture and they're like, oh, PSA 10, buy it for $8,000. Because you never know if it's going to be halfway decent. I mean, it may be halfway decent, but a PSA 10 could very easily be worse than a 9. All right, I've harped on that quite a bit. I apologize. But hopefully everyone enjoyed that. Don't forget, like and subscribe, drink and wax responsibly. And back on the liking and subscribing, don't forget, if you like and subscribe, your chances of winning the HGA lottery increase. Make sure you get your orders in, like your order completed and ready to go before you enter that lottery too, because I'd hate to be number 1 on the list and not be able to enter that stuff and people pass you up. But I'm still happiest with their customer service. Haven't tried CSG yet, but we'll try and get one in. All right. Have a good one.